my name is Mohita and I welcome you to my channel Girls Books and Bites. Here I'll be making videos related to food, books and last but not the least my hair once I learn how to make them behave. But for now I'm going to kickstart my channel with the first bookish video, and that is the Booktube newbie tag. Now if, even for a second, you are assuming that nobody has tagged me in this video and that I'm self-inviting myself, you are absolutely correct, my friend. So anyway, let's just get into the 10 questions that make the Booktube newbie tag. The first question is, why did you start this Booktube channel? So in the beginning of this year, I challenged myself to read 50 books in 2018. Somewhere in the middle of last year, I had this horrible realization that I wasn't reading enough. And in order to remedy that situation, I decided to start reading at least 4 books a month in 2018 so that I would accomplish a goal of 50 books in 2018. A big chunk of my inspiration came from this amazing Booktube community that I got hooked to somewhere in the middle of last year. I feel that now I have read a fair amount of books. Of course, not as nearly as most of the booktubers out there have read, but at least it gave me some confidence to start a channel that would feature book-related videos. My primary reason to start this channel is because I think that it would be a great complementary exercise to my whole reading goal for this year, and it would make my reading experience a lot more social and therefore a lot more fun. Question number 2 is, what fresh new things can you bring to the world of Booktube? Well, I for one think that we have so many experienced, well-read people in this community that as much as I adore and admire them, it tends to get a little bit intimidating, especially for the smaller fish like me. Through this channel, I wish to pull in more people like me who are still at the base of the ladder, who are still starting out their reading journey, and just convey to them that if I can be a consistent reader, so can you. And that it's never too late to start reading. Question number 3 is, what am I most excited about in my Booktube journey? The one thing that I look forward to the most is becoming more eloquent, more articulate, better at expressing myself, someone who has a great clarity of thoughts and has more structured thoughts, someone who becomes better as a speaker. So that is what I really look forward to. I look forward to improving my skills in all these fields. And the second thing that I'm most pumped about in my Booktube journey is meeting like-minded people, meeting people who are willing to watch me talk about books here on my channel, and finding more people who can relate to what I have to say. Question number 4 is, why do you like reading? This has to be, by consensus, the most difficult question to answer. Part of why I love reading is because it's so tremendously giving, it's entertaining, and you can feel entertained without feeling the guilt of it. Books give me something to think about that is healthy thinking, and what I love to do the most when I'm reading books is sort of compare myself with the characters that I read about. I'm the kind of reader who is drawn to the characters more than the plot itself, and what I like to do is find similarities or differences between myself and the characters, or imagine what it would be like if the characters came into the real world, and just simply feeling entertained. Question number 5 is, what book got you into reading? Now I'm telling you, this is going to be the most unique answer that you're going to find on Booktube. I bet you that nobody on Booktube has ever said that Harry Potter got them into reading. Impressed? Question number 6 is, what would you like to ask your favorite booktuber? So this is something that has haunted me ever since I thought of making book-related videos on the internet. How many books do you think a person has to read in order to become capable of making book-related videos on the internet? Because I can't help but wonder if I'm sort of getting ahead of myself or kidding myself by starting this channel, because I clearly haven't read as many books. I'm also a late reader. I've started reading very recently as compared to most booktubers who have been into the reading game ever since they were kids. So this is what I'd like to ask them. The 7th question is, what challenges related to Booktube do you think are going to be the hardest to overcome? Well, this, me talking to the camera, I'm going to be so conscious of the way my hair is, of the way my lips move, of the way my face is glistening with all the sweat. So basically, me trying hard not to look stupid is probably going to be the hardest challenge to overcome. Question number 8 is, when did you start reading? When I was 10 years old. Thus, the juicy. Question number 9 is, where do you read? Well, I largely read at home because I work from home. I'm a freelancer. I'm at home all the time, so I read at home, if I haven't stressed that enough. But if you ask me what my favorite place to read is, then that would be on a long train journey, because that is just the best. Question number 10 is, what kinds of books do you love? Well, largely fantasy. I love everything that has to do with magic, and then that's followed by crime, thriller, suspense. You get the drill. But I also want to sort of expand myself into diverse books. So I don't want to stick around with one particular genre. I want to start reading autobiographies, biographies, history. I want to read more about travel. I think a good book is a good book, no matter what genre it belongs to. Alright, with that I have answered all the 10 questions as earnestly as possible. If you have enjoyed this video, then subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up. So thanks for watching. Until next time, bye!